This is a reading of Brenda's blog titled, You Can't Hide Anymore. Dear ones, there is no longer time to dispute the reality of new you or wonder why you're reacting differently than was true in your outer directed life. Now that the cascade of new earth and the new you energies has begun in earnest, your need to fully display yourself is at the forefront of everything you say and do. Some of you are not certain what you feel or need to relay in this chaotic time of discovering yourself. How you feel at any one moment is who you are now. For just as a child evolves as they mature, the same is true for you. You try diligently to be what you consider sane and emotionally solid, only to discover that an old wound resurfaces or your partner is chewing their food too loudly. Your emotional ups and downs are expected, given the amount of energy you're now processing. It is as if you're trying to weight lift 200 pounds without prior lifting experience. So it is, you're floating, drifting, and observing yourself in horror at times as you say or do something totally outside your expected character. That is, your outer directed character. You feel isolated and alone, for no one could love anyone so snarly or changeable. But as you feel such, you neglect to note that the person you believe you slighted is also reacting unusually. For the first time since you began this transition, you are not alone on the earth. All earth inhabitants, including humans, plants, insects, animals, fish, and all other entities, are impacted by these recent energies. No one is who they were, and no one knows exactly why they react as they do, including you. This chaotic time extends from the outer world into the inner worlds of every earth entity. Perhaps you question that last statement, for we of the universes have stated multiple times that movement throughout this transition has been from micro, inner-directed, to macro, outer-directed. Such continues to be so. For you forerunners now function at the macro level while others remain in or are starting their micro phases. Everyone is confused and at different stages trying to understand what is happening to them. You are confused by those who felt safe to you as you evolved, and they are confused by their transition phases and new you. So even though the world seems more chaotic than ever, it is becoming more formulated. Some of you wonder when your earth life will return to normal. Our response is, never. For what you knew is no longer. So it is you now begin creating new structures within your being and your outer life. Until this point in the energy streams, you could interact with others at their level, ignoring your transition shifts. But now that the energies are striking everyone, you have no safe outer-directed world to return to. What was is no more, including expected interactions with friends, relatives, and coworkers. In this new world, you are discovering you have no way to slip back into your outer-directed lifestyle. Attempting to return to the safety of your outer-directed lifestyle is confusing, for you can no longer pretend to be who you were. Doing so was once a safety net of security and ease. You did not have to share your inner world, you merely had to blend with the majority, which was easy given that was how you lived for Earth eons. Such ease is no longer, because neither you nor anyone else can maintain that outer-directed lifestyle. This is a global shift, not a shift of forerunners with a few others following. This global shift kicked into high gear just days ago, forcing you to be who you truly are instead of someone who could quickly flit in and out of interactions with both inner-directed and outer-directed beings. Even though you may wish to hide your true self to blend more easily with others who are not like you, such is no longer possible, for they will know, just as you do, who is functioning in inner truth and who is pretending. So it is. You must be who you are, for anything else will ring dishonestly within you, and anyone you try to con into believing what you wish them to believe. There will be a small contingent of humans who remain outer-directed, but that group will no longer maintain their power over any being who has initiated their transition, for the dishonesty of that small group with themselves and others will be uncomfortable for those transitioning. Outer-directedness is no longer fashionable, despite what you might find in the media or with a few isolated souls. Your willingness to explore your inner being before it was fashionable, before most others transitioned, will be noted in historical materials. Allow yourself to know how truly heroic you are and relax into your new, no hidden agendas or thoughts. It is time and imperative that you allow yourself, finally, to be fully you. So it is. Amen.